Good evening. You are with the big story here. I'm Seher Zama. Let's make a start with breaking inputs here coming in. This is with ongoing talks that have been on between India and China on the LAC in the eastern Ladakh sector. These are discussions that are continuing between the Chinese and the Indian Army officers at the Brigadier and Colonel level that have now begun in Ladakh. Now, this is to ensure that there is no further escalation to what the situation is already, particularly because, as per sources telling us, troops in certain parts that are close about to 300 to 500 meters from each other. We have with us Times Network senior editor Srinjoy getting us further details here. Srinjoy, this is yet another round of talks that we're looking at. This continues to be a very long, extended dialogue process, keeping in mind how volatile the situation is on ground.
Yes, the situation is still very tense, and the idea is to ensure that the troops who are now relatively close to each other, 300 meters, 500 meters, there is no escalation, which is why there are a lot of talks going on even as we speak right now, between colonels there, between brigadiers there. So several rounds of discussions are going on the ground to ensure that there is no escalation, because there are fears, there are apprehensions that if there is one shot fired, particularly by someone in the night, even by mistake, it can lead to an escalation. Nobody wants that. And especially after the meeting on the 21st, it has been made very clear on both sides that there has to be peace on the ground, peace and tranquility on the ground, which is why the colonels, the brigadiers, young officers, middle-level officers are all on the ground meeting with their counterparts to ensure that there is peace and tranquility. That is the one thing that both sides want to avoid, another round of violence, which is why at least the meetings are going on. As I said, as we speak, there are several meetings going on in different parts of Ladakh just to ensure that there is no escalation.
Srinjoy, thank you. This is, of course, going to be continuous vigil here to ensure there is no escalation, and more importantly, with the dialogue process that continues as well. Thank you for those details.